Me, right? Is this me? Oh no, I'm
Feel free to start warming up. Feel free to start warming up.
Good evening, and welcome to this production of the North Bondi Bands. As a courtesy to the performers and audience members, please take a moment to turn off all cell phones and other electronic devices. This performance is being professionally recorded. In order that we may create the best and most professional performance atmosphere, we ask that you do not talk during the performance. Additionally, we ask for all individuals to remain in their seats while students are in process of performing a musical selection. Thank you for your cooperation. Now, please welcome the Bessie Allen Middle School Bands under the direction of their band teacher, Mr. Mike Fedison.
It's great to be back in this room, isn't it? We haven't had a band concert for Bessie Allen here since December of 2019, so it's great to be home in our home turf. We had a concert last year in the gym, but it wasn't the same. So, great to be here. Again, my name is Mike Fedison. I'm the band teacher at Bessie Allen Middle School, and behind me we have one of the largest sixth grade bands we've ever seen here in the school district, North Fond du Lac. They started just a couple months ago in August, and they've come such a long way, and I can't wait for you to hear them. We're going to start with a beginning band classic called Hot Cross Buns. A tradition we've had here at Bessie Allen for a couple of years now has been to always at the first concert for students, it's always a special time, that first band concert. We want to introduce them to our whole North Fondy band family. So we always have some featurettes of students basically introducing themselves and being themselves, being silly. We'd like to introduce you guys. And this is the first of three videos tonight with that because we have such a large band of our sixth grade band. So let's enjoy.
Hi, I'm Lauren Gitt, and I play percussion. Hi, I'm Eli, and I play percussion. Hi, my name is Mara, and I play the trumpet. Hi, my name is Melvin, and I play the trumpet. Hi, my name is Savannah, and I play the trombone. I'm Elsie, and I play the French horn. My name is Kate, and I play the French horn. Hi, my name is Addison Cartos, and I play the clarinet, and this is Claire. I'm Addison, and I play the flute. Wow. Hi, I'm John, I'm Franklin, and I play the flute. Hi, I'm Keegan, and I play the upside down with the set. Hi, I'm Wilson, and I play the trumpet, and the best role is Dumb Guy. I'm Zulema, I'm playing clarinet. Hi, my name is Vivian, and I play.
The next song we like to play for you is another old standard. It's called Rolling Along, but you'll probably recognize it as Mary Had a Little Lamb. course, that last selection was London Break. Let's have another Meet the Band video coming up right now. Our last selection was Lightly Row, famous original tune. Next one is in your program as a Mozart melody, but you're going to recognize it right away as something else. Let's watch the rest of your sixth grade band in action. So one of the things that's always done at any first band concert is playing the songs that everybody knows. If you ever played a band instrument, that are the first songs you learn, like Hot Cross Buns or Mary Had a Little Lamb, and those are all songs from our method book that we use. But we also were able to start working on full band music as well, sheet music. So where students have multiple different parts that are playing. So it's a lot more independent, and it's something that we were able to start working on that actually in early October, which is very rare. Usually it takes a couple months to get into it, but this is a great group of students. I love working with them. Parents, guardians, thanks for letting me have that opportunity every day. You guys are awesome to work with. I love working with you guys, so thank you for everything you guys do. First song you're going to hear is one called Power Rock. It's an arrangement of songs from Queen. And before sixth grade leaves the stage for their last number, again, thank you, sixth grade parents, for letting me work with your child every day. Again, you guys are such a fun group to work with. You guys are doing such a great job. Keep it up. Doesn't it feel awesome performing on stage? Aren't they doing a great job? They really are. They really are. That first performance is so exhilarating. It's one of the favorite parts of my job as a middle school teacher, just seeing that and seeing the smiles and the excitement. Thank you guys for letting me be a part of that. Thank you for letting me be a part of that. Last song is a tradition we always play on a first band concert. It's a song called Let's Go Band. So we will have, right now, what I'd like 7th and 8th graders to do is take their things, go through and wait over the corner while 6th grade leaves the stage. 6th grade, you're going to take your instrument in music. You're going to follow Riley, follow all the way down, just like we practice. Sitting down there. And while we have a short intermission, we will have a slideshow of some pictures from the year so far in Bessie Allen Band. Jazz Band, you are welcome to start getting set up as well. Another thing that's been extremely exciting this year that we're into I'm going to call it a quasi-normal year. It's not normal yet. I don't think anybody can call it normal yet, but it's closer. I think everybody would agree. We get to have jazz band again. Jazz band is our co-curricular group that consists of 7th and 8th graders, and actually could consist of 6th graders later in the year. I'll talk to you guys about that in band class. Pretty cool opportunity. It's a co-curricular ensemble. It's completely optional. It meets after schools on Monday and Thursday, 3:15 to 4 o'clock. So these are students who are go-getters. They want to learn more, not just that we study a lot of styles of music. I use jazz, and we play a lot of traditional jazz music, but we study a lot of different styles that are more popular styles with that. The other thing that students do is they learn how to improvise. You're going to hear a lot of students taking solos that are not written down. They are completely played off the cuff, off the fly. They use scales to help them. So scales are kind of like our tools that we use in a toolbox to use that. But what they're playing is all from their head. And that's something that at first was a little scary, wasn't it? But it gets better. It gets easier. And this group has been such a great joy to work with. We started about a month and a half ago. So it's really quick that we had our first performance with this. So we're going to play 4 songs for you tonight. Some jazz standards. First one is called Killer Jump. Soloists on that one, Allie Martin on flute, Reese Style on flute, Abigail Long on tenor saxophone, and Hayden Benish on marimba. Give them a round of applause, guys. Next song we'd like to play for you is from Sonny Rollins, famous tenor saxophone player named Sonny Moon for Two. The piece is Sonny Moon for Two, featuring Alexander Score on alto saxophone and Abigail Long again on tenor saxophone. Sonny Moon for Two, everybody. Again, give it up for Alexander Score on alto, Abigail Long on tenor saxophone. Give it up. Next song we'd like to play for you is a Duke Ellington classic called Sea Jam Blues. Soloists on this one, if I can just borrow the sheet from Allie for a second. Soloists on this one are Reese Style on flute and Abigail Long again on tenor saxophone. Sea Jam Blues. Again, Restyle on flute, Abigail Long on tenor saxophone. Last song I'd like to play for you is called Watermelon Man by Herbie Hancock. Soloist in this one will be Alexander Score on alto saxophone. We're going to be some trading fours again, trading four measures across. Help me out, guys. Alexander Score on tenor saxophone, Abigail Long on alto sax, tenor saxophone, Abigail Long. Who else do we got? We have Allie Martin again on flute, and we have Restyle again on flute. Thanks again, guys, for listening to Jazz Band. Watermelon Man's our last selection. Thank you. Bessie Allen Jazz Band, everybody, give them a round of applause. Jazz Band students, what I'd like you to do is take your stand, put it over there, put your chair over there, and then go find your seat. Woodwood 7th and 8th graders, you guys can start getting warmed up. You guys can start playing. bit out of order for 7th and 8th grade band. We'll explain why in a second, but everybody please rise for our national anthem. Now, the reason why our 7th and 8th grade band, who's sitting before me, played that now is because we were going to be playing what we were going to be playing for the Milwaukee Bucks. We were invited by the Milwaukee Bucks to play the national anthem at the Fiserv Forum in a January home game. The world champion Milwaukee Bucks, may I add. Some of you have already heard the news, but this is something that happened out of our control. I received a call last week from our representatives from the Bucks, and they said, "Hey, Mike, you might want to do something different." I go, "Why?" I'm like, "Oh no, I lost my hair. I already did that, whoops." What happened was the NBA has changed protocol due to COVID. And before, when we were picked, the protocol was that if we were playing on court for 1 minute, we'd be fine. We wouldn't have to be masked or vaccinated or anything like that. Well, the NBA has changed their protocol, and it kind of threw all of the school groups that are playing for the Bucks into a little bit of a free fall, basically a free fall that some of the Bucks said. So the requirement from the NBA now is that we had to be, if we were going to play on the floor next to the players, we would have to be masked and vaccinated. And to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to perform still, the Bucks were able to give us the opportunity to play as part of the Bucks band, which is a pep band that basically meets like right behind the baseline in the basketball hoop. So the good news is we get to play a lot more. Instead of just the 1 minute of the national anthem, we get to play about 20 minutes of music, and we get to play as thousands of fans are entering the Fiserv Forum, as the players are getting ready to play. It's going to be an awesome experience. Nothing has changed with the field trip. I know some of you had that question. Nothing has changed. The field trip still is on January 19th. It's still, everything is good to go. We're just playing a little different, but we wanted to play that national anthem for you just in case. We were told that if the NBA changes the protocol, we will still get to play for them, but we'll see what happens with COVID. COVID's a crazy thing, obviously. So again, the national anthem. First piece we're going to play for you after the national anthem is a piece called Character by Larry Clark. if you've ever played in an ensemble before of any kind, there's always going to be pieces that just stick with you right away and some that have to grow on you a little bit to kind of do. This next one called Tomorrow's Yesterday's is one of those. It's a piece that, when played rightly, it's gorgeous. And it's something that when we're rehearsing it, it doesn't really take on that meaning. And also, knowing the extra meaning behind the piece, it kind of helps you know a little more about it. The foreword that Mr. Balmacius, Brian Balmacius, the composer, writes, in hopes that every tomorrow carries a wonderful memory of one of your yesterdays. You see, he wrote this piece for a friend of his who was a band teacher in Texas named Darcy Williams. About 10 years ago, her husband, she was young at the time. She was like 23 or 24. She just got married. Her husband passed away tragically. So he decided to write a piece for her band and for her as a conductor, but trying to figure out how to actually make that feeling known to that. And that's where that saying came in hopes that every tomorrow carries a wonderful memory of one of your yesterdays. And we had a chance to talk a lot about that in terms of things. One of them was a personal story. My cat just passed away. And we talked about just how we deal with death, which is kind of a thing that hopefully we don't have to think about that much, but some of the ninth graders are at the age where a lot of them have thought about that. And then out of nowhere, a week later, the tragedy in Waukesha happened. And we had a chance to talk a little more about coping and grieving. And we had some really powerful conversations about that. So I hope, band, that you guys have seen this piece and kind of it's grown in you. If you don't like it still, it's okay. But I hope that it's grown in you a little bit. We hope you enjoy it. It's called Tomorrow's Yesterday. Next piece is written by Gerard Hall. It's called Critical Call, but it's basically what the piece is about is describing what it would sound like on the phone of either calling 911 or being a 911 dispatcher. It's a really unique piece. Starting off with our bell part, played by Hayden Benish. If you look at the notes that are formed, it's forming the 9th degree and the 1st degree. So you're going to hear 911, 911, 911, which is a really cool thing. Another thing that we want to feature in this piece is our brand new instrument. Thanks to Oriole Nation for helping us get this new marimba, which is going to be played by Brooke back there. We love to show that up for you, but we'd like to show off the whole band playing Critical Call. Next piece we'd like to play is one we'd like to reprise from our homecoming performance back on October 8th, which feels like a long time ago, but it really wasn't. Seven Nation Army, everybody. And we will have a very brief intermission while we have our sixth grade come up for one more piece, everybody. I would also like everybody to right now, while sixth grade is coming up, one thing that is happening around, thank you, Mr. Chisholm, Mr. Rasmussen, for reminding me. I knew I'd forget. It takes a village really to run a music program that's as strong as we have here in North Fond du Lac. And one thing we do always appreciate, not require, but appreciate, is we do have a free will donation that money does go for basically anything that helps these students, whether it be music, whether it be technology, whether it be equipment, whether it be anything at all. We do appreciate any donation you have. Again, it's optional, but we do appreciate that. So right now, we do have Mr. Chisholm, Mr. Rasmussen, and Mrs. Lightery coming around to hand out baskets. If you are interested, feel free. Thank you very much, everybody. And thank you for reminding me, colleagues. And while the donations are finishing up, thank you again very much, everybody. I forgot to mention about 7th and 8th grade band, how much of a joy it's to work with you guys as well. One thing I was talking about today, and what happened was obviously any place in the education world, due to COVID, everything took a slide back in a lot of ways. And that was no difference with our band students, but you wouldn't tell that now. They are right where they should be. They're doing such a great job. They are such hard workers, these 7th and 8th graders. I've worked with them now for 3 and 4 years. Yeah, give them a round of applause. They're great. So again, parents, guardians, thank you for having the pleasure to work with them. Students, thanks for making my job so great. Thanks so much. We have a tradition here at every concert. We always have 6th, 7th, and 8th grade play together. An old standard, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody. Jingle bells. Thanks so much for coming, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Have a great evening.